There's a bad news for all automotive fans out there. Honda just posted a loss. Not a small one, not a bad quarter. Their first annual loss since 1957. That's nearly 70 years of profitability, and now the streak is broken. It has all gone in one single year. And I genuinely couldn't have believed it when I read it, because this isn't some struggling brand nobody's heard about. This is Honda, the company that built the Civic, the CR-V, sitting on driveways from Dublin to Dubai to all different locations across the world. The engineers who obsessed over engines for decades. So what happened? Just two words: electric vehicles. I'm simply not against electric vehicles, but that is a phenomena that actually caused these brands this huge dent. A few years ago, every major car company made the same decision at roughly the same time. Petrol was out, electric was in. Governments were setting deadline, customers were asking questions, and the car industry, which had spent a century perfecting the combustion engines, decided to throw billions at building a completely different kind of car. Ford did it, General Motors did it, Honda did it, and right now in March 2026, all three of them are sitting on losses so large they are genuinely hard to picture. Let me give you the numbers. Ford wrote down $19.5 billion on its EV program. Not over a decade in one accounting period. To put that in perspective, the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building on earth, cost $1.5 billion to build. Ford's write-down alone could build 13 of them. And that is before you add Ford's EV division losing another $4.8 billion in operating losses in 2025 alone. They have already told investors do not expect break-even until 2029. General Motors took a $6 billion hit in Q4 2025. $4.2 billion of that went straight to suppliers, company that had spent years building factories and parts specifically because GM told them the orders were coming. The orders never arrived at the volume promised. So GM paid them to go away. And then Honda. This week, a $15.7 billion write-down. Three brands' new electric models cancelled before a single one reached a customer. The Honda Zero Saloon, the Honda Zero SUV, the Acura RSX, all scrapped. Honda also sold just 17,000 electric cars in China last year. In the world's biggest car market, 17,000 out of 677,000 total sales, that is just 2.5%. I had to read that twice, add it all up. Ford, GM, Honda, we're looking at a $40 billion written off in roughly the same window. For context, the entire Apollo program, yes, the Apollo mission, everything it took to put humans on the moon cost $25.4 billion in original dollars. These three car companies lose more than that. Not on space travel, on cars that nobody bought. And here's the part that makes it even harder to understand. These companies did not fail quietly. They announced their EV plans loudly, publicly, with press conferences and concept cars and bold targets. Ford said it would sell millions of EVs a year. GM said it would go fully electric by 2035. Honda unveiled its Zero series at CES in 2024 to genuine excitement. And then the market did not follow. Customers in the US pulled back once the $7,500 federal tax credit, and it disappeared overnight. Demand in Europe shifted to cheaper Chinese alternatives, and in China, brands like BYD were moving so fast, releasing new models every month that Honda EVs looked old before they even launched. So what does this mean for you? If you were waiting for an affordable EV from one of these brands, you are going to be waiting longer. Ford is pivoting to hybrids. GM is slowing production. Honda is going backwards to to what it knows. The electric future these companies promised you has been quietly pushed back. And the bill for that delay is paid right now. Here is what I keep coming back to. Though Ford, GM, and Honda did not fail because they were lazy, they failed because they all made the same bet at the same time based on where they thought the world was moving. And the world went differently. If you ask my general perspective, if you ask a customer to shift from a normal conventional fuel oriented vehicle to electric directly without the gradual shift of adapting to semi-hybrids, plug-in hybrids, you just break this whole cycle and ask them to shift to electric. The environment, the ecosystem, the infrastructure, everything needs to shift gradually. It just cannot happen overnight. And this means that electric cars are genuinely in trouble. Or whether it just means that these particular companies got the timing wrong. Honestly, nobody knows yet. And that uncertainty, that might be the most unsettling part of all of this. Thanks for watching this video fully, and I will see you again in another case study or another video. Till then, take care and drive safe.